Turns out I need to return to the side-scrolling Sonic the Hedgehog game. I didn't mean it like that. I meant a different Sonic game. Why are you showing the same game? Huh? It's different, how? Because it's a different art style and Tails isn't following Sonic? That most likely is because of system limitations. Sounds are called different and sound layouts are different? I see. So yeah, it seems Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure at first glance looks like it's Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but because sounds are called different and have different layouts, the game is different. So I guess a future game that is called different but is close to being a remake wasn't a first attempt at doing something like that. Because you could say that Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure is close to being Sonic the Hedgehog 2 remake. Well, okay, it isn't just basically a remake of Sonic 2, but I think it goes into spoiler territory, even gameplay wise. So I'll make this video an exception and have spoilers for this game in the video, but later in the video. And this will already be a spoiler warning. Turns out there wasn't involvement from Sega for this game, because Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure was developed and published by SNK, only for Neo Geo Pocket Color. Well, some developers from SNK formed teams later in their life to make future Sonic games, and of course who also made Digimon games that I already made videos for it. At least some teams developers had experience making a Sonic game, but I played Digimon game first from them. Then again, Digimon game was the first game that they developed as teams. Anyways, about the game itself. Of course, the basic premise is that Sonic needs to stop Eggman from doing evil. Maybe something like stopping Eggman from robotizing animals and or taking over a land. I am not bothering to look for a manual to know the full story. And then maybe I'll have found it in it for the video, which is already floating on screen. And of course the gameplay is the Sonic platforming game, including spin dash, with 1 to 2 outs in each round. Only it felt like there were some problems, like Sonic is word sliding, weird enemy hitboxes, like where I needed to hit an enemy to damage it, and also can damage me at the same time, like you are trading blows with each other. Also, I tracked if Sonic is in a platform, even in air, then Sonic can't be damaged, but enemies can damage when Sonic is in ball from inside, which means I don't have control where Sonic while he is in air. Like it happens when I kill one enemy by jumping on it, then after jumping Sonic gets launched back into the air, but still in a ball form, to the direction where another enemy can damage me, either just by touching Sonic or by shooting. What is that enemy placement where I can get damaged when I can't control Sonic? Of course, it also includes boss acts, but also it's art hotel where you can damage a boss without you getting hit. At least at first it seems like that. Now, about difference from Sonic 2 in this game, but without showing Sonic 2 footage. Like I said in the intro, the art style is different and thus isn't following you, because I'm facing its system limitations. And because the sound layouts are different, they count as different sounds, even if they look the same visually, only with different art style. However, unlike in Sonic 2, it is a save feature, which is an automatic save system, which saves only your unlocked acts and what puzzle fragments you get after completing an act for the main game. Of course, side modes progress gets also saved, but about those later in the video, including about puzzle fragments. This game of course has special stages for which you can get Chaos Emeralds, which are the same as Sonic 2 special stages, but accessing them is like in Sonic 1, reaching the end of the act, if it isn't a boss act, with victory rings and jumping in a giant ring. However, if you want to get all Chaos Emeralds, you need to get them in one sitting, because the game doesn't save if you collected a Chaos Emerald. So that means it doesn't allow you to game over and also continues to continue the game for Chaos Emerald Grant, or also continues you keep emeralds. There are of course two other single player modes, and of course it also is multiplayer. Multiplayer Scarlet Dual mode, which of course I did in sprints. Because I already mentioned puzzle fragments, then of course there is a puzzle mode, where you can use your collected fragments that you collected by playing it, and it seems that each act is 3 different puzzles to complete. So if you want to complete puzzles, you need to explore acts. In the last mode, which is split into 2 versions, of course it's a time trial, getting to the end of the act as fast as possible. Another is called Advanced mode, where you need to reach the end of the act as fast as possible while you are holding at least 50 rings at the end of the act. And first I didn't understand the Advanced mode, but by attempting it I need to have 50 rings. To access options is from the menu where you can access this mode. You can choose to play either on normal or easy difficulties, having 1, 3 or 5 starting lines, which is that I didn't understand. Turning off timing out, and if power turns off automatically. Some kind of power up turns off automatically. At first I left the settings on by default. But when I got the game over in one sound, I tried playing that sound on easy mode, but I didn't notice difficulty change. Then I wondered what the live option does, and I didn't know it's a live option, and that's how I found out it's a live count. But it doesn't seem to be helping me. Even though I add spoiler warning, I guess I'm adding the sound where I had trouble. So this is a second warning, just in case if somebody still figured to watch the video and cares about spoilers. How's I finally gone? Okay, it's a Europe-based zone, Of course, it's a sound. I think a bottomless pit, and I'm saying it's a sound because there is only one act of it. Because before it was a sky chase sound, in which Tails showed up, but both sounds are counted as sound 5. However, the first time I came over to this sound isn't because of bottomless pits. Maybe bottomless pits didn't help me to keep my count up, but it's because of its boss fight. It's against what I think is Sonic, and at first it was a total fair. I can it so I don't get damaged, but of course I couldn't figure it out, and then I needed to return the sound again. However, in the following attempts, I hard time reaching Sonic because of bottomless pits. Or even if I do reach it, I get game over while fighting it. So I was thinking of using save states. But because I know in the future game there is a similar zone for which I won't be able to use save states, then I should be attempting to finish this so I go to that zone without using save states. At least when I'm writing the script, I haven't finished the zone yet, and also I'll try to put maybe start the game from the first zone to see if it will help me to finish the array or base zone. But started writing the script because I rage quit doing this zone, and well before it I watched a video to see the next zones. Actually, after I wrote the first draft for the script, I tried playing from the very beginning. It still didn't help me. It did the opposite while I was in fun of the previous ones, so I rage quit the game for another time. Then again, maybe it's because I was in rage, that's why I couldn't progress in previous ones. However, before Sky Stage zone, turns out there is a little bit of Sonic 3. And it's at least fighting against Knuckles. Really, Knuckles? You get tricked by somebody again? How many times is it now? It's more than 3 if we include games between Sonic 3 and Knuckles to Sonic Adventure. Or it's a case where it's probably disconnected from Sonic Adventure and other games. I guess, because it isn't really a new Sonic experience, as new as it can get, then I guess I won't be finishing a rail-based zone, or I could just use save states. It just gets on my nerves when I struggle doing it. For some reason, when I finish a previous zones. Like, I feel I'm making too many attempts finishing the zone, especially when I already reached the zone's boss fight in the first attempt. But I guess, if you want to play Sonic 2 but a little bit different, then you can try this game. Yeah, sure, there are problems, but I don't think it does faults that I can't pass that zone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, like the video, subscribe and comment. See you next time.